God bless you.
Today is round 2 of our trivia Bible study. And as you know, last time I beat you, my dad.
You got me.
And
I get things wrong?
Yes, we all do. And so this time he's going to see if he can do better.
Okay.
So, if you didn't see round 1, it works as I just going to ask my dad questions, and when he gets one wrong, it goes over to me and we see who gets the most.
Okay. Let's see how we do then.
And I said in the last video that this time it will be people, places, and things.
Yep. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Before David killed a giant, what wild animals did he kill to protect the sheep?
Oh, he was a shepherd and he killed a lion and a bear. Am I right?
Correct.
And shall we find the verse?
1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 34 to 36.
Okay, so let's get in our Bible, and it's 1 Samuel 17. So we've gone a bit too far. What was verse 34 to 36? Right, where are we? Do you want to read this one? There you are, from 34.
David said to Saul, "Your servant used to keep his father's sheep, and when a lion or a bear came and took a lamb out of the flock, I went out after it and struck it and delivered the lamb from its mouth. And when it arose against me, I caught it by its beard and struck and killed it. Your servant has killed both lion and bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine will be like one of them, seeing he has defied the armies of the living God."
Indeed. There you go, lion and a bear. Okay, so where's the question go? Does that go on my side?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, your turn. What's the next one?
Gotta find the hard one in this.
Okay, let's see what you got for me. You okay?
After Jesus' resurrection, 2 of his followers were on a road to what city when Jesus joined them?
Oh, I forgot this last time, didn't I?
Yes.
Hang on. Was it Gideon?
No.
Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to get it.
It was the Emmaus.
Emmaus. Okay, so let's find the verse.
John chapter 20, verse 24.
Yeah. I'm not so good with places. 20. So we are in John 20, and we're going to look at verse 24. Now Thomas, called the twin, one of the 12, was not with them when Jesus came. It does say John 20, verse 24, doesn't it?
Oh, sorry.
Have you done it again?
I do this
Have you
sometimes.
Have you done what you usually do, pal?
I even checked. Okay, Luke 24.
See, we get things wrong sometimes. Please bear with us. Luke 24. Remember what I said about not the...
Sorry.
It's always on the same side for the verse.
I know it is. I've just turned it over.
The answer's always on the opposite side.
So chapter 20, verse 13 to 16.
To 16. Okay. Now behold, 2 of them were travelling that same day to a village called Emmaus, which was 7 miles from Jerusalem. And they talked together of all these things which had happened. So it was, while they conversed and reasoned, that Jesus himself drew near and went with them. But their eyes were strained, so that they did not know it was him. So they were going to Emmaus. And you notice how they were 7 miles away from Jerusalem at the time he was coming. And walk with them. So, next question.
So it goes over.
That's right.
That now?
So, are we ready?
So did you go take that one?
Oh, was that the one, was it? Okay. Ooh. Let's see if you can get this right. Who tested God's will with a sheep's fleece? Do you remember?
Oh, was it Samuel?
I'm afraid it wasn't Samuel.
Was it Mike? No, I don't know.
It's okay, it was Gideon.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? There we go. So let's go find the verse. Where is it, pal?
Judges
Yep.
chapter 6.
So do you want to find Judges? And to Judges we shall go. There you go. So you got your verse. Chapter 6, verses 36 to 38.
Okay. So Gideon said to God, "If you will save Israel by my hand, as you have said, look, I shall put a fleece of wool on the threshing floor. If there is dew on the fleece only, and it is dry on all the ground, then I shall know that you will save Israel by my hand, as you have said." And it was so that when he arose early in the morning and squeezed the fleece together, he wrung the dew out of the fleece, a bowlful of water.
That's right. So, it's Gideon. So, are you ready for the next question, or are we swapping back again?
Did I get it right? Yeah, I did. So it is swapping back again.
There you go.
So
Okay.
Dad's in the lead with one at the moment.
Okay, pal. This is your turn now. Are you ready?
What did God create on the first day?
Oh, day and night.
Yeah.
Light, and dark, or something along those lines. I think
Light, day and evening.
There we go.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 2.
Okay, so let's go to Genesis. We shall get into Genesis. And we shall go to chapter 2, and you said verse
2.
Verse 2. Are you sure you're on the right one? Because that's on the 7th day.
Oops.
You've done your usual routine,
No.
pal. Here we go. Let Daddy do.
Yeah. That does it from now on.
There you go. Genesis 1, 3 to 5. I thought you were giving me the wrong verse.
I'm not very good at this.
Nah, it's alright. We make mistakes, but we learn from them. That's how we grow.
But I keep doing it.
Yeah, but force a habit, innit? You got to break the habit. So what did he create on the first day? Shall we see? And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw the light, and that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness, and God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. So the evening and the morning were the first day. So now you know what he created on the first day.
So you got
So
that
that's
right.
my one. And your next question.
What was... Oh, no.
No?
What did God use during the day to guide the Israelites through the wilderness?
Wasn't a plume of smoke, was it?
I'm not gonna... You gotta give an answer.
It was along those lines. I'm trying to think what the correct wording is. Was it a myth? I'm going to go with smoke because I can't remember the correct word.
It was a pillar of cloud.
There
every
we go.
time.
I know. I always forget the word.
So...
And let's have the...
Oh yeah, it's this way.
Because you're going to
way.
give me the verse again. See, you nearly did it again. See? So we go to Exodus. So we go to Exodus 13. And you're going to read verse 21. Okay? There we go.
And the Lord...
Jefferson, you're on my heart.
Sorry. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of cloud to lead the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, so as to go by day and night.
Okay.
It says in a... Oh,
What was it?
nothing. I got confused.
You okay?
Yeah.
Pillar of cloud. Alright, do you want to move up a little bit, pal? There you go. So you don't catch my heart.
If you...
Yep, I'll take that for you. Here we are.
No,
There we go. We're always very well organised. So, shall I ask the questions now?
Yeah, because you got it wrong.
Yeah, that's right. So, Okay, I think you might get this one. Who prayed for a son, promising she would give her son to the Lord, and never cut his hair?
Was it Hannah?
Oh, I wonder how you got that one.
I didn't cheat.
I know.
Oh,
But you remember it now, don't
yeah,
you? See, because we did the study, so
yeah,
you know.
I get it.
And what verse we have to read, and it's on the same page. So this is your practice.
1 Samuel chapter 10.
Okay, so you find the verse, and that's your card. And then you get to read it.
Chapter 1.
Yeah, because Daddy did a study on Hannah's prayer once. Oh, there we are. Page is getting stuck. You want from verse 10, son?
11.
Yeah.
And she was in bitterness of soul, and prayed to the Lord, and wept in anguish. Then she made a vow, and said, O Lord of hosts, if you indeed look on the affliction of your maidservant, and remember me, and not forget your maidservant, but will give your maidservant a male child, then I will give him to the Lord all the days of his life, and no razor shall come upon his head.
I think they should have put that from verse 9 to 11, because you don't get a name there, do we? You get a name in verse 9, so Hannah arose. There you go.
So, I got it.
Yep, that's
I
yours.
got one.
There you go. So next question. When the rich young man asked Jesus what to do to inherit eternal life, what did Jesus tell him to do?
Was it to give all his possessions away? Like all his money?
And what else did he say?
To live on a good life?
Have a think. Do you remember it?
He said to give all his possessions away, but he couldn't do it because he was a man of wealth.
You're on the right path.
That's what it said.
Yeah. Let's have a look. We'll give you this one.
Yay.
As you got it right. But Mark 10:21 tells you
Let's
exactly
see.
what happens. Do you want to find out? So you go to Mark 10:21.
I did get it. See, the answer was sell everything he had. That's why I said give everything he had and give the money to the poor.
Yeah, but what's it say in verse 21?
Then Jesus, looking at him, loved him, and said to him, one thing you lack. Go your way, sell whatever you have, and give to the poor, and you'll have treasure in heaven. And come, take up the cross and follow me.
There you go. See? Follow me. Remember.
I think I should have that.
I said you could have the point.
I don't mind the points.
It's okay.
I think I got it right.
Yep, you're alright with that.
Okay.
Okay, you ready for your next one? Okay, this is a good one. Let's see if you get this. Who was the man who lost his family and all that he owned?
Oh, Job.
You didn't even let me finish it, yet never lost his faith in God.
Job.
That's right. So let's go to Job chapter 1, verse 1 to 22. A man tested in affliction. So you go find Job. There you go. Chapter 1, son. It's at the beginning.
Verse 1 to 22.
That's right. So let's find the beginning and you read from 1 to 22, okay?
Now there was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, and that man was blameless and upright, and one who feared God and shunned evil. And 7 sons and 3 daughters were born to him. Also his possessions were 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, 500 female donkeys, and a very large household. So that this man was the greatest of all the people of the east. And his sons would go and feast in their houses, each on his appointed day, and would send and invite their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them. So it was when the day of feasting had run their course that Job would send and sanctify them, and he would rise early in that morning and offer burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned and cursed God in their hearts. Thus Job did regularly. Satan attacks Job's character. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came among them, and the Lord said to Satan, "From where do you come from?" So Satan answered the Lord and said, "From going to and fro on the earth, and from walking back and forth on it." Then the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job? That there is none like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man, one who fears God and shuns evil." So Satan answered the Lord and said, "Does Job fear God for nothing? Have you not made a hedge around him, around his household, and around all that he has on every side? You have blessed the work of his hands, and his possessions have increased in the land. Then now stretch out your hand and touch all that he has, and he will surely curse you to your face." And the Lord said to Satan, "Behold, all that he has is in your power, only do not lay a hand on his person." So Satan went out from the presence of the Lord. Job loses his property and children. Now there was a day when his sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in their oldest brother's house, and a messenger came to Job and said, "The oxen were ploughing and the donkeys feeding beside them, when the Sabeans raided and took them away. Indeed, they have killed the servants with the edge of the sword, and I alone have escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another also came and said, "The fire of God fell from heaven and burned up the sheep and the servants and consumed them, and I alone have escaped to tell you." Also came and said, "The Chaldeans formed 3 bands, raided the camels and took them away, yes, and killed the servants with the edge of the sword, and I alone have escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another also came and said, "Your sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in their oldest brother's house, and suddenly a great wind came from across the wilderness, and shook the 4 corners of the house, and it fell on the young people, and they are dead, and I alone have escaped to tell you." Then Job arose, tore his robe, and shaved his head, and he fell to the ground and worshipped, and he said, "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return there. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." In all this Job did not sin nor charge God with wrong.
And there you go. So all these things all happen all at once, all at the same time. And then he says, "Blessed be God." See? Then he goes through the hardship, and he doesn't turn. So that's your next point. Are you ready for your next question? I think I might have a hard one for you.
Oh no.
Are you ready for this?
Is there a chance of me getting it?
I think there's a good chance.
Oh, good.
But I think this is one that might stump you. Where did Mary, Joseph, and Jesus stay until King Herod died?
Egypt.
Ah, you got it.
I knew that because of the nativity.
That's right. Yeah, you've done that. And where is it, this verse?
Matthew chapter 2, verse 13 to 15.
Okay, so I'm going to go
No, that didn't stump me because I knew that before.
Hang on. Here we go. So number 2, and it's 13 to 15. So that's just here, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Now when they had departed, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, "Arise, take the young child and his mother, flee to Egypt, and stay there, until I bring you word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him." When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night, and departed for Egypt, and was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the Lord through the prophet, saying, "Out of Egypt I called my son." So, are you ready for your next question?
Yes, I think I might have got more than you.
I think you are doing very
you have
well.
2, and I now have
Oh, I don't
4.
even think I'm going to be able to beat you with this one. Neither of these are difficult enough for you. So I'm going to ask you both of these, just to try and catch you with it, but I know you already know it. Who was born the son of Zechariah and Elizabeth, and later lived in the... Yes, later lived in the desert.
And the Jordan River.
And the other question is, who wore camel's hair and ate locusts and wild honey? I know. I knew you'd get this one. So do you want to go through the 2 sets of verses for it?
Yeah, Matthew verse 3 and chapter 3 verse 4.
That's right, good lad. So, young man, verse 4 right there.
Now John himself was clothed in camel's hair, with a leather belt around his waist, and his food was locusts and wild honey.
That's right. And then your next one for it.
No, which one was it?
It was this one, right there.
Luke.
What's it say? Read it out.
Luke chapter 1, verse 57 to 60.
There you go. So you're going to find that next. There you go. So you want verse 57 to 60.
Birth of John the Baptist. Now Elizabeth's full time came for her to be delivered, and she brought forth a son. When her neighbours and relatives heard how the Lord had shown great mercy to her, they rejoiced with her. So on the 8th day they came to circumcise the child, and they would have called him by the name of his father, Zacharias. His mother answered and said, No, he shall be called John. But they said to her, There is no one I've gone afterwards, but I want to read this verse.
Yeah, that's
anyway.
fine.
But they said to her, There was no one among your relatives who is called by this name. So they made signs to his father what he would have him called, and he asked for a writing tablet and wrote, saying, His name is John. So they all marvelled.
That's right. Because immediately after his mouth was opened, for they know the power of God was upon him. For he'd been made mute since he come out of the temple that day, wasn't he?
Yeah, the angel.
There you go. So, how many of you got? You just seem to be ploughing through. I'm doing terrible. Oh, bless you.
5 I've got.
Okay, you already have 5.
How many are left?
There's only 3 left, so we're going to carry on through, I think. For what gift did King Solomon ask of God?
Wisdom.
Indeed. The gift of a wise and discerning heart. So, go to 1 Kings chapter 3. And you're going to go to verse 9 to 12.
Verse 3. Chapter what?
Hang on. Kings chapter 3, verse 9 to 12. So you want chapter 3. And then you're going to want verse 9 to 12. Okay?
Verse 3.
There you go. You can see it now.
Verse 9 to 12.
There you go.
Okay. Therefore, give to your servant an understanding heart, to judge your people, that I may discern between good and evil. Who is able to judge this great people of yours? The speech pleased the Lord, that Solomon had asked this thing. Then God said to them, Because you have asked this thing, and have not asked long life for yourself, nor have asked riches for yourself, nor have asked the life of your enemies, but have asked for your understanding to discern justice. Behold, I have done according to your word. See, I have given you a wise and understanding, so there has not been anyone like you before, nor shall any like you arise after you.
Indeed. There you go.
So I get that one.
Okay, so, I mean, I'd ask you this one, but I know you know that one too easily.
Moses.
So what we'll do is I'll ask you that one, and then we'll do that question after.
Yes.
How many years did the Israelites eat manna in the wilderness?
40 years.
Okay, so do you want to read the verse? So that's going to be
Chapter 16, verse 35.
of Exodus. So you go to chapter 16 of Exodus, buddy. There we go, son. You're nearly there. There you go.
Understand it.
That's right. And verse 35. It might be the next page. Yeah.
Okay. And the children of Israel ate manna for 40 years, until they came to an inhabited land. They ate manna until they came to the border of the land of Canaan. Now an omer is 1/10 of an ephah.
There you go. So it's just verse 35 was all you needed.
Oh.
Okay.
It's still right.
That's alright. I floated down the Nile River in a basket. Who am I?
Moses.
Yeah, it was Moses. That one was too easy, wasn't it? And what chapters are they for that one?
Chapter 2, verse 3 to 10.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Have you found it?
Yes, now I have. When she could no longer hide him, she took an ark of bulrushes for him, daubed it with osphor and pitch, put the child in it, and laid it in the reeds by the river's bank. And his sister stood afar off to know what would be done to him. Then the daughter of Pharaoh came down to bathe at the river, and her maidens walked along the riverside. And when she saw the ark among the reeds, she sent her maid to get it. And when she opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the baby wept. So she had compassion on him, and said, "This is one of the Hebrews' children." Then his sister said to Pharaoh's daughter, "Shall I go and call a nurse for you from the Hebrew women, what she may nurse the child for you?" And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Go." So the maiden went and called the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Take this child away and nurse him for me, and I will give you your wages." So the woman took the child, nursed him, and the child grew, and she brought him to Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. So she called his name Moses, saying, "Because I drew him out of water."
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good lad. So you ready for your final question?
Yes.
Okay. Right. Who said, "Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God"?
Was it? Oh,
Can you remember?
jeez. No.
Why would Jesus say that?
Well, what did?
Look, who said, "Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God"?
Oh, I know the answer,
Yeah.
but only because I've seen this card a few days ago and I saw the answer to it. Not because I knew it. Is it Ruth to Naomi?
Yeah. Good boy.
Yeah.
So let's go find the verse then. We're going to go to Ruth, chapter 1, verse 16.
I won't give myself that because I saw that before.
Nah, that's fine. I'm going to say, ever think about what that one was. But yeah, that's alright. One of my favourite books.
Is it your favourite book?
Not my favourite book, because there's so many I like. But it's one of them, but then there are so many for me.
Genesis.
Yours is Genesis.
I like all the stories.
I quite like Ruth, but then I like the wisdom books, and I'm greedy.
Jacob and Esau, and
so then I like Revelation and Daniel as well. So
you like all the books. Well, we all like all the books.
Yeah.
You know, you got the one that you're.
That's right. So you want to go to Ruth, chapter 1, verse 16.
Ruth, where's Ruth? Oh, here.
So you should be there by now.
To 1 verse 16.
Yeah, so you should see 14 there, so 16. But okay. Ruth said,
"Entreat me not to leave you or to turn back from following after you. For wherever I go, I will go, and wherever you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God, my God."
That's right. There you go. So that was Ruth. Shall we have a look at your points then? Because I think you win again.
I get that. Oh, I won't give it them.
No, go.
So I got 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3.
So we got 3 there, pal.
4,
5, 6, 7. Oh, there you go.
How many did you get?
I got 2.
Oh.
I got 2. There you go. I think you should be doing this channel from now on. There you go.
One day.
You'll have to take over from me.
One day.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this study. Tomorrow, at some point this week, we'll have our next round, which is Who Am I?
There you go. So we hope you learned something with what are we using? There you go. You got your Bible trivia. There you go. So you can make your own little quizzes. bring up questions and make it entertaining and fun for your little ones. God bless you.
God bless you. Goodbye.